All right, good morning, traders. Today is February 12th, 2025. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in Cyberland and Podcast Land and Digital Land. Thank you for finding the value in my content. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up, the subscriptions, and the kind words. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, my SPY pivot this morning, 604.55. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. CPI comes out at 8:30 today. Expect a lot of volatility this morning. SPY made an outside day yesterday, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. SPY in a daily downtrend still, but moving up. Closed with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. QQQ, FNGU, both in daily uptrends, both made lower highs and lower lows, closing above bullish traps over their 17 EMAs. IWM made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap below the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish cross above the 17. Silver and gold both in uptrends. Gold made a lower high and a lower low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. Silver made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17. UNG, USO both in daily uptrends but pulling back. Both made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. US dollar index still in a downtrend, closed near 107.91. All right, let's go take a look. Hey, good morning, Lenny. Let's go take a look at some charts this morning, all right? First thing I want to point out, I'm going to get my drawing tools out, okay? All right, get the circle. We want the circle. All right, we're going to go over to the, not quite yet. I'm going to go over to the hourly chart. All right, so we had a triple top in December. Okay, so we got a top here. See the peak, top. Then we had a lower high right here. All right, failure to make a higher high, and then they got crushed. All right, so there's like triple top, lower high. They got crushed, spanked, dumped, whatever you want to call it, okay? Then we had a triple bottom, one there, one there, one here, okay? Triple bottom, and that led to the nice rally up to make a brand new all-time high. Okay, now we're back up here. Okay, we've got ourselves top one, top two, top three, and right now we're at a lower high. Okay, not saying they're done moving up, but if they should fail to make higher highs, we could see a big move down. All right, I'm just saying that that's possible, and CPI comes out today. All right, there's a possibility of that happening. All right, not saying it's going to happen today, not saying it's going to happen this morning. I don't know. I'm just pointing out history has a tendency to repeat itself, okay? Triple top, lower high, you can see big dump, all right? Triple bottom, all right? Not going to move any lower. New high, okay? Triple top, lower high, we could see it again. I'm just warning you ahead of time, all right? All right, just letting you know, okay? Because we also got economic numbers, and it's the perfect day to blame it on the CPI or blame it on some Fed speaker that's going to speak at 10 o'clock. All right, it's very convenient for them to wait till this day to do it. All right, I'm just saying that that's a typical market move. All right, wait for some data, wait for some speaker, and then blame it on that guy. Okay, even though they're technically set up to do it, it has nothing to do with the CPI or the speaker. They're technically set up to repeat what happened before. Okay, just saying. All right, So I want you guys to be aware of that. All right, going to remove all of that. Let's go to the 10-minute. All right, on the 10-minute, into the close. Yesterday, 10-minute uptrend, just barely squeaked it out. Okay, had a little 10-minute uptrend, a little pullback to the 17, and then they had a 10-minute uptrend going into the close yesterday. On the 2-hour, okay, if you look very carefully, you can see the candlesticks and the yellow 3 EMA are up over the 17, and the white line, that's the 8 EMA. So we got a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. What are we looking for this morning? Continuation of the 10-minute uptrend. All right, that's what we're looking for. Continuation of the 10-minute uptrend. So what we're looking for is a green candle. Just can't be a doji candle, because that says bears and bulls are satisfied with the current price. That would be a little doji candle there. That would be a doji candle right there. Can't be that. Okay, well, we're looking for a green candle, but it can't be just any old green candle. There's another doji right there. Okay, so it can't be any old green candle. We want a particular kind of candle. The kind of candle that says the bulls are large and in charge. All right, that's the kind of candle we're looking for. All right, we don't want a topping wick candle. That would be something like this, but it's green. Okay, because it says what? The bulls, all right, controlled the price action there. Okay, so we don't want that. The bears controlled the price action. Price went up and the bears pushed it right back down. Okay, so we don't want that candle. We don't want the doji candle. And we don't want red candles, because that shows us the bears are in charge. We want candles that say the bulls have the ball and they're going to make a first down. Okay, that's what we want, is a green candle. All right, no dojis, no topping wicks. All right, that's the plan this morning. All right, so let's go take a look at the game plan. Actually, we'll take a look at the game plan and the pivot at the same time. All right, excuse me. Let's move over here, and then we'll go back to the daily chart. The pivot, you can see price action traded up and around this area right here, 604.45. Okay, price action gets up there, rests on top, then breaks down, pulls back, hits this area. Okay, then pulls back, hits this area again, goes up, pulls back, hits this area again. So that's the market's way of telling us that this is an important area for them. So above this, I want to be a bull. Below it, I want to be a bear. Okay, we have green erases red. All right, so where would the red be? Okay, let's get the boxes out. Okay, so red would be where the bears took price from this high down to this low, right? So we're looking for the bulls to erase 100% of what the bears just did. Okay, so that would be green erases red. So we want price right up here. I like to enter just over the bodies. You can include the wicks if you choose to do so, all right? But I like it when they're just over the bodies. All right, and that's my entry. So we have a green erases red event if price is up here, 605, 605.40. Okay, price over 605.40. Okay, I like 2 DTE options that expire on Friday. All right, because they got a lot of open interest on the Friday options. Or 9 DTE, that's next Friday. I like $2 to $5 out of the money because I have a small account, and it makes it easier for me to participate in the 10-minute uptrend, all right, at the same time as, and then if I were to buy options that were in the money, they'll probably cost me $4 to $5 more if I purchase in the money, okay? So I like $2 to $5 out of the money, all right? Friday options, that's 2 DTEs or 9 DTE, days till expiration or 9 days till expiration. All right. So there's the SPY game plan. So if I were looking for puts, okay, and price is breaking through here, the 603.35, all right, so I'd be looking at the 601 puts that expire Friday, or maybe or all the way down to the 598 puts that expire Friday, okay? That would be $2 to $5 out of the money. If I were to buy calls, I'd be looking at, if price is at 605 here, I'd be looking at the 607 calls all the way up to the 610 calls, all right? That would be $2 to $5 out of the money. I mean, supposing I'm entering here at the 605 level, all right? So you can understand what's going on, all right? So you got it. It's 2 days till expiration or 9 days till expiration. Friday options, all right? Doesn't matter which day of the week. I like Friday options. They have more open interest. More open interest equals more liquidity. More liquidity equals a tighter range, less slippage, all right? So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so there's SPY. There's the game plan there. Going to back out of here, go to another page. All right, and let's try the other page. Here's the daily chart. Okay, you can see we got our triple top. 1, 2, 3. Daily chart. There's our lower high right there. Possibly. We'll see what happens. Okay, daily chart. Yesterday's candle. All right, you can see it's like an outside day. All right, like a higher high. All right, and a lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17. All right, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, up here in quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, up in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Okay, so over the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's bullish. Over up in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Closing over the bullish trap, that's bullish. Closing over the rising 17, also bullish. Okay, we are within striking distance of making new all-time highs. All right, just got to break through the downtrend line. If I have calls, I plan on taking some profit at the downtrend line, and be careful when we get there. Price could come crashing down once we get to the downtrend line. And all I did to make the downtrend line, all right, is tag these two peaks together, okay? Notice they got close last time and they had a harsh pullback. See the bearish engulfing? All right, so I'm just saying this is an area where sellers have showed up before. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the bulls have worn them down that we can pass, you know, get over the bridge, move up there and consolidate. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's the daily chart for SPY. Let's go take a look at QQQ. QQQ, lower high, lower low, closing. Again, over the bullish trap. Okay, the 3 is on top of the 8, on top of the 17. Okay, over the bullish trap. They closed up here. All right, over the bullish trap, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, over the 17 EMA. All right, putting in a bull flag. Price action moves up and over to the right. We love that. Price moves up and holds the higher ground. That's something we like a lot. So QQQ is bullish. All right. SPY is bullish. FNGU. All right. Let's take a look. FNGU moves up and holds the higher ground. That's bullish. All right. See, we came from here and we went all the way to here and we're holding here instead of giving it up and coming all the way back down. Notice they went up and they came back down. See? Going up, giving it up. Just neutral. Okay? Going it up and holding. All right? That's bullish. So there's FNGU on the daily chart. Again, price action is a lower high, lower low, but closing over a bullish trap. That's bullish. Closing over the 17, also bullish. Closing over the all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. Closing over the downtrend line, also bullish. Closing over the uptrend line, also bullish. And up here in quadrant 4, also bullish. All right? So you've got SPY, QQQ, FNGU, all bullish. All right, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, Diamond Dow, yesterday's candle, that's this one right here, okay? So it looks like a higher low and a higher high. That's what it looks like, okay? I don't know what I had written down there. Let's just check it out. 446.54, 446.27. It's a higher high. On the low side, 43.10, 43.23. Higher low, higher high. Closing over, you can barely see it, but the yellow line is on top of the white one. Over a bullish trap, that's bullish. Over the 17 EMA, also bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, again, that's bullish. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Moving up and holding the higher ground, also bullish. All right? So there's Diamond Dow on the daily chart, also bullish. Let's take a look at the next one, IWM. All right, yesterday's candle, not like the others. Lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, not in the upper third, okay, but above the uptrend line and above the neutral line, okay? So it's just neutral, okay? IWM, just neutral. If they'd have closed up here in the upper third, they could have been bullish. But you see all these wicks, okay? Every time we get up there, sellers showed up, all right? Bears showed up and pushed price down. Each time, here you got bearish engulfing, then we move up, and then sellers push it down. Move up, sellers push it down. Move up, and sellers push us down. Okay, so it's like kind of like whack-a-mole, all right? Every time we pop up out of the ground, we get whacked down, all right? So there's IWM, all right? Just neutral. Again, we're moving up and we're giving it up. So it's just neutral, all right? It's only when we move up, all right, and then we give it up and more, that's bearish, okay? If we just move up, all right, and give it up, that's just going to be neutral. Okay, when we get up and we move to the right and we hold the higher ground, there's the bullishness right there. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Up and hold the higher ground. Okay, notice they go up and they give it up. And they go up and they give it up. Okay, just can't seem to close some candles up there over that all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, so this neutral. Bearish, going up, giving it up, and more, that's bearish. Going up and holding the higher ground, that's bullish. That's the type of price action we like to see. All right, so take those out of there. All right, and let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, so we can see the game plan for QQQ, and it's going to be very similar. So IWM is neutral. It's going to be very similar to SPY, all right? You can see we get underneath these tails right here. If you compress that price action together, you get a tail. See, that would be a tail as price comes down. We gap down and then go all the way right back up, okay? That would be a tail. Okay, so underneath these tails, okay, that would be green, red erases green entry below 526.64. Green erases red. In other words, here's what the bears did. They took price, all right, from this high and brought it down to this low right here. All right, now if the bulls can erase everything that the bears have done, all right, that would be a green that would be a green erases red event right there. Okay, see how price is coming from that low and moving back towards this high. That would be a green erases red event, a green erases red entry over the red box. Okay, so over 529.96. Okay, pivot today 528.16. You can see where price moves up, comes back through it, pulls back, and then registers on it. Then it moves up through it, comes back, and then registers on it, and then comes down through it and comes back and registers on it again. Okay, so you can see what's going on. Okay, that would be my pivot. That's the market's way of telling me, hey, that's an important number, 528.16. All right, that's how I get my pivot. All right, let's go take a look at our technicals for yesterday. Okay, we'll start off T21.22. I kind of thought price would have been down here in the sell zone after seeing this bear flag consolidation. Again, price moved down and consolidated over to the right, but instead they jumped up through the 50-yard line. Okay, that's the 50 right there. They jumped up through, all right, and made a lower high right there. So then price came down, all right, yesterday back into the seller's chop zone and bounced back up over the midpoint, that's the 50, and just kind of waffled and chomped around right there. Okay, so that was yesterday's price action, was this move down and then back up over the 50. So they made a lower low and a lower high. Curious to see what happens today, if they can actually make it back to the buy zone. All right, so there's T21.23. Let's look at 21.22. On T21.23, we're still up over the rising 200 SMA. Okay, that's a powerful moving average because it encompasses 200 days of price action. All right, that's a lot of days of price action. I think there's 241 or 261 in a calendar year trading days. Well, this is 200 of those days. Okay, it's almost a year's worth of data right there. Okay, so you can see on the 15, price action is up over, all right, or this is 215, this is a 215-minute period, so it takes in quite a few 15-minute increments, all right, to produce this 200 period moving average. Okay, I said days, I meant period. All right, so you can see price action for yesterday. Yesterday was the 11th. Got some red, got some green, got some red, got some green, got some red, got some green. All right, so just kind of moving over to the right. But if we look at this from this perspective, price action moved up and held the higher ground. That's bullish. Up over the rising 200 SMA. Also bullish, okay? So we just need them to break out and make another move up higher. We'll see if they can get it done. Doesn't mean that that's going to happen just because they're acting bullish now, all right? It's kind of a wait and see what happens, but if we do get a breakout, I kind of look for price to come back up there. And where would I want price to go? Well, let's go look at the 3-bar chart. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Run over to the 3-bar chart. Try it again. All right, here's our 3-bar chart. Where would I expect price to go? Well, you see this valley between the two peaks. You got two peaks here. All right. All right, so you got a peak right here. All right, and then we got a peak right here. All right, so we got a valley between the two peaks. That's always a popular location. Okay, so right along that latitude right there, that would be price target 1. Then, of course, that probably lines up with the 200 SMA. So there's price target 1 is the flat 200 on the 3-bar chart. Price target 2 is going to be, guess what? The next valley higher, all right, which is this one right here, and that would put us up over and consolidating over the 200 SMA. That would also be a bullish situation. All right, so these are our targets. See the valley, all right, between the two peaks, there would be another peak. So here's a peak, got a valley between the two peaks. That's a popular target. Another valley between two peaks. That's a popular target right there. Okay, so I would look for price to probably break out and move up to that flat 200, which will probably be the same latitude as this valley between the two peaks. Okay, if it can get up there and hold, all right, that would be bullish to make another move higher. Okay, so that's T2123. Going to erase all that. Let's go ahead and check out FNGU. Well, let's talk a little bit more about this. They put in three more green candle bars. You can see moving up and consolidating over to the right. Moving up and holding. Okay, moving up and holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So closing in on that 200 SMA right there. All right, let's go take a look at FNGU. All right, FNGU, you can see price action kind of moving up, holding this higher ground up here so far. Okay, as opposed to moving up and giving it up, and moving up and giving it up. Okay, they keep making higher lows. That's a bullish situation. Price action for FNGU yesterday. I'm going to zoom in. All right, so you can see this pink line, that is the all-time high anchored VWAP. The red line, that's the 200 SMA. Okay, price action up over the 200 SMA, that's bullish. Okay, price action up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, the pink line, also bullish. Over the uptrend line, also bullish. Okay, moving up, notice the bullish gap, okay, made on the 10th. The bears still have not filled that gap. That is a bullish environment. Whenever the bears can't fill one of the bulls' gaps, all right, that shows weakness on the bears' part. So that becomes a bullish environment. Again, price action, moving up, all right, and holding the higher ground. A little flip out right there, but they recovered. Okay, you see that? Holding the higher ground. That's a bullish environment. Up over the 200 SMA. Bullish environment. Up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Bullish environment. Over the uptrend line. Also, bullish environment. All right? So let's look for price. We've already had a couple of nodes here. 1, 2, 3. Let's look for price to jump out over the top of those nodes up there. You got 1, 2, 3. All right. We're looking for price action to get up over that. All right. And then that looks like it's going to be good to go make a new all-time high, or at least challenge the prior all-time high, or excuse me, challenge the all-time high. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's go take a look at a few sectors this morning. Got a lot to run through. Trying to get it all done, all right, before CPI. All right, start off with XLE, okay? On the daily chart, okay? And down here. Okay, so here we are with XLE, all right? Let's just take a look at the biggest picture of XLE, all right? Price action, okay, has moved up and it's been holding the higher ground. That's bullish, all right? Notice that? Price action moved up. Here's your 2020 low. Here's our recovery, moved up and holding the higher ground. From the bigger picture, okay? It's moving up and holding the higher ground. But in through here, now we're going to study what's in the flag, because that's a flag, right? Here's your flagpole. This is the fabric of the flag, all of this consolidation. Notice price is kind of stuck between 80 and 100. Good news, this is not at 20 anymore, okay? It's not at 10, all right? So it's been stuck between 80 and 100, just kind of waffling back and forth several times, all right? So let's take a look at what's going on in here, all right? So, yeah, that's what I want. All right, so here's our move up from 2024. This is 12 months worth of data, actually 13 or 14. But you can see where price action moves up and they give it up. And they move up and they give it up. And they move up and they give it up. You know what we need? We need them to move up and hold. Okay, that's what we need. We need price to move up and hold. Let's talk about yesterday's candle. Okay, because that's like 12 months worth of data right there. That right there is the 12-month anchored VWAP, high anchored VWAP, okay? So there's the high. The 12-month high anchored VWAP is the pink line, okay? Yesterday they did something really nice, okay? They made a higher low and a higher high, and they closed the candle over the 12-month high anchored VWAP. Now the question is, are they going to do what they always done in the past, is move up and give it up? See how every time before, they go up and they give it up. They go up and they give it up, give it up, go up, give it up. They go way up and give it all up. Okay, see that? Give up, give it up. Okay, so we want to see a change in character. All right, we'd like to see them get up and hold the higher ground. Make a higher low above that all-time high anchored VWAP. Currently, it's in a downtrend, all right? But it's not moving down. It's moving up, all right? So if price had taken out these wicks up here, okay, that would have been a higher high, and it would have negated the downtrend status, okay? It's just a label, all right? If they'd have taken out those highs. So they haven't done that yet. So now price came in and made a higher low. If price takes out that lower high, it will have made a higher high and therefore negating the downtrend and converting the uptrend. All right. But first they got to get up over this downtrend line, okay? Want to see price up in the upper third, up here in quadrant 4. That's the bullish area we want to see price up over the 12-month high anchored VWAP. That's what we're looking for. All right, CPI is 830 and CPI is out. I don't know what the market is crashing. All right, wonderful. All right, like I said earlier this morning, it'll be easy for them to blame it on the CPI because we were technically set up to get crushed and make a dump. All right, so there you go. All right, so there's XLE. All right, price action. All right, wanted to see it make a higher high. Okay, they're on their way up. We'll see if they can get it done. Okay, they closed over the downtrend line and they closed over the 12-month high anchored VWAP. Okay, I told the traders last night, make sure you're hedged because CPI is coming out and price is going to get volatile. All right, so I know I'm not worried about my traders because I already warned them. All right, so there's XLE. All right, so now let's take a look at UNG. All right, here's nat gas. All right. Again, we got a 12-month high anchored VWAP here. That's my buy box. Price action is in an uptrend because it made, see the high? A higher high. That's an uptrend. See the high? It made a higher high. That's an uptrend. Okay, see the high made a higher high. See how it's making higher highs? That's an uptrend. Price action for yesterday, nice candle by the way, Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap. That's bullish. Over the 17, that's also bullish. Over the 12-month high, anchored VWAP, also bullish. Up here in the upper third, also bullish, okay? What do we need? Just need them to hold the higher ground. Stop going up and giving it up, okay? Notice they went up and they gave it up. All right, this time we need them to go up and hold. Okay, so there's UNG, that's nat gas. Okay, this is my buy box. It's a nice place. Notice if you filled up inside the buy box off of the 12-month high anchored VWAP, all right, your position is looking pretty sweet right now. Okay, up here in this area. Okay, one thing to make a note of. See the wick? Sellers showed up. Compressed the price action here. Sellers were here. So notice, see the wicks? They're almost in the same latitude, all of them, except for this candle here, which winds up getting crushed all the way back. Okay, if you compress the price action, there's sellers up here in the upper third. All right, so just saying, don't lose your profits. Don't walk away with nothing. Don't walk away with a loss. Okay, because just letting you know, this is where sellers have operated before. There's UNGs. Take a look at USO. All right, USO also in an uptrend, okay, but not moving up. All right, see this low down here? Price would have to come all the way back here, take out that low to negate the uptrend. Again, it's just a label. Yesterday's candle, higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. That's bullish. Okay, over this 3-year high anchored VWAP. That's just a 3-year high. Okay, and up in the upper third. All of those are bullish statements. Price action is bullish. We just need price to move up and hold. Okay, they have a habit of moving up and giving it up, which makes them neutral. Okay, so up over this green line, that's the upper third. We want to see them hold that area up there. Okay, if you look way back here, so we've got higher highs over there. That's just a 3-month high, right? 3-year high right there, anchored VWAP. And if you look at the price action, it's a nice looking bull flag. Okay, here's your flagpole up with 1, 2, 3 years of consolidation right across the top there, between 70 and 90. See that? That's a big bull flag. And it's holding the higher ground, so this is bullish. Just looking for the next breakout to the upside. In order to get that done, you have to hold the higher ground, and then we can have a nice breakout. So there's USO. That's oil. All right, let's go take a look at, what do we want to look at? Let's go to SMH, all right? SMH, right here, again, moving up, holding the higher ground, that's bullish. Okay, let's go look at the price action since August, about a little 6-month action here. Price action for yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap. Over the 17, both of those are bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's bullish. In the upper third, also bullish. SMH is bullish. XLK. Technology, notice it's in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground, that's bullish. Okay, price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, bullish. Closing over the 17, also bullish. Closing over the all-time high, anchored VWAP, also bullish. Up here in quadrant 4, also bullish, okay? Everything lining up for a nice bull rally, okay? You got technology is bullish. You got semiconductors are bullish now. You got SPY, QQQ, FNGU, and Diamond Dow, all bullish. Okay, everything's lining up. Let's take a look at it. Financials. Financials made a, excuse me, new all-time high about 3 days ago. Okay, new all-time high. Price action for yesterday, lower high, lower low, but closing in the bullish trap over the 17. That's bullish. Over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. Up here in quadrant 4, also bullish. And notice the price action, okay, trash that out, moves up and over to the right. That's bullish, holding that higher ground. Okay, let's go take a look at XLI. All right, XLI, here's the all-time high right here. Price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap and over the 17. That's bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish, okay? Price action up here in the upper third, upper quadrant 4. That's bullish, okay? Moving up, holding that higher ground, that's bullish. Just not over the uptrend line yet. Got a feeling they're probably going to start a new uptrend, okay? Probably going to move this over here somewhere, okay? I'd expect something like that. All right, so there's XLI. As far as the daily, it's in a downtrend. All right, even though it's bullish and it's up here, it's in a downtrend because they took out and they made a lower low. See the low? They took out that low and that low. Okay, now in order to negate the downtrend, they have to make a higher high. Well, where's the last high? Up here. Okay, notice there's the last high way up there. They couldn't get it done, so they made a lower high. Now it's up to price action after making a higher low to come up here and take out that high. It's not far. They can get it done if they want to. There's XLI in the upper third. That's bullish. Taking a dump today, not so much. All right, XLU. XLU has a high over the 17. They made a higher high that puts them in an uptrend. Okay, price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17. That's bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. Closing the candle in quadrant 4, also bullish on the XLU. All right, so everything looking good for XLU, and it's in a daily uptrend. They just need to make a higher high. Okay? Anytime I see a higher low, there'll be pressure on the bulls to produce the higher high. It's just taking them a while to get it done. Notice. All right? Let's take a look at IYT. This is our transports. All right? Transports yesterday put in a doji. That's an inside day there for that one. Lower high, higher low, closing over the trap, over the 17, bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's bullish. Over the uptrend line, also bullish. Taking a dump today, not so much. All right, but in an uptrend because it made a higher high. Okay, just need this higher low to produce a higher high. Let's go take a look at the economic package. All right. Price action kind of in a bull flag over here. We took out, made a lower low. See, here's a low here. We made a lower low. So we're in a downtrend. We have not taken out the high, so we have not made a higher high. So we're still stuck in downtrend status, but in a bull flag up here. Price action yesterday closed around 107.94. That would be the bottom of this red candle here. Okay, so still in a downtrend, but all in all, from the bigger perspective, we're in a bull flag. And you can see we're getting a bullish engulfing move right here this morning. All right, let's take a look at Max Pain. Make sure I got the right day. It's the wrong day already. Do it again. All right, max pain for today, 604. Well, we went way past that. We have 1 2/3 puts for each call that expires today. Okay, so doesn't look like the put squeeze is on because we're at 599. All right, so it looks like we broke probably some major support somewhere. Getting kind of crushed. We'll see if we're making lower lows pretty soon here. Okay. So max pain is 604. We just came from that area. We'll see if we go back and visit it. All right, on the economic calendar, yeah, guess what? CPI 8:30 this morning. It came in. Market doesn't like it. And I'm not going to say the market doesn't like it. I'm just going to say whatever they're doing, they're going to blame it on the CPI. Okay? Mr. Powell, okay, he's going to speak, head of the FOMC. He's going to speak at 10. Things could reverse. All right? We'll see what happens. 10 o'clock, we'll see what happens. Petroleum report, 10:30. Okay, Mr. Bostic speaks at noon, and Treasury statement at 2 p.m. Okay? Big one's going to be 10 o'clock when Mr. Powell speaks. I don't know if he's testifying again. He testified yesterday. I don't know, traders, do you guys know if this is another congressional testifying? We'll find out, all right, right after CPI. Tomorrow, jobless claims 8:30, PPI final demand 8:30, natural gas 10:30, and that's it. Light day tomorrow, really light day today, and once we get past CPI. Friday, retail sales 8:30, import-export prices 8:30, industrial production 9:15, business inventories 10, and a rig count at 1. Okay, got a gas report tomorrow at 10:30. All right, so there's that. And then for earnings, well, all the big boys kind of reported, so it's nothing left but some notable names throughout the day, okay, but nothing that's really going to be market moving or market devastating. Okay, so let's go take a look at Hump Day Wednesday. Cisco, okay, that's technology. They're going to report tonight. $250 billion. All right, that's their market cap. Applovian Corporation, more tech, $128 billion. Again, some more familiar names. The CME Group, Williams, CVS Health. You guys know these. The Trade Desk, okay, Robinhood, Waste Connections, Dominion Energy. Again, all familiar names, but probably not going to move the markets that much, all right? Probably have more impact on their sectors than they will on the markets. Okay, Thursday. Applied Materials comes out. That's tech. They're going to report in the evening. Go back to Wednesday. Again, all of the notables are going to report in the evening on Wednesday. That's tonight. All right, for tomorrow. All right, 148 billion. All right, they're going to report in the evening. That's tech. All right, Unilever, 143 billion. They're going to report. They're not sure yet if they're going to report today. Okay, earnings kind of got messed up this quarter. A lot of people didn't report when they were supposed to. I don't know if they still compiling their numbers or they're not ready yet or what happened. All right, maybe they were putting together a buyback program so they could put it all together at once. We'll see. All right. But it's happened a lot this quarter. I've seen that a lot. People missing their dates. Sony Corporation, $138 billion. They're going to report Thursday morning. John Deere, $126 billion. They're going to report Thursday morning. Palo Alto, that's tech. They're going to report Thursday evening. British American Tobacco, again. Not sure if they're going to report.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing on this Wednesday, February 12th, 2025? I see the market's kind of pulling back here a little bit.
We'll see what happens. All right, so that's it. I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes, and we'll kick off the markets. All right. So far, I'm looking at
there we go.
A big dump.
Looks like the CPI numbers are not being taken.
All right, so you can see we got a bearish engulfing so far.
In fact, pre-market.
All right, traders, I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes.
50 period moving